Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we will be studying about conditional statements. Conditional statements are used to make decisions in a program and they execute the code based on the condition. For example, we were seeing in previous videos also, if age is greater than 18, then you are allowed to vote, else you are not allowed to vote. So this is what? These are conditional statements only. This is we have written in normal, simple, understandable language, but this is not the exact code that you will be writing in your editor. I can show you that also. Let's see that first. Okay, this is example of if else, right? So let's see our VS code and we'll write one example. So we'll create one class, conditional statements, conditional dot Java. Let's say this is our class name. We'll write public access modifier, public class, conditional, then public, static, void, main, string. For those who feel like I'm teaching very slow, they can watch this video on 1.5 or 2x, whatever they want. So let's see. Say int age equals to, let's say we have age 70. Okay. So we are writing here conditional statement. If age is greater than 18, then system dot out dot print you can vote, else system dot out dot print you cannot vote, right? So this is the very basic code. Don't forget to close it using semicolon. Then we'll just run this code. It's already running. I hope you are again. Mhm. Is running code. It is first compiling the code, later it's writing the code for us. Eh, please don't focus on these red errors. These are because of some extensions. From tomorrow, I'll disable all the extensions so that you'll be able to see it better. See, now we have written that age is 17 and our flow has gone if age greater than 18, no, 17 is less than 18. So the flow will go to else part and it will print you cannot vote and you got the output as you cannot vote, right? So let's proceed back with our PPT. So this was just a basic example of if else statement. Mm, Now you can see my PPT. Type of conditional statements. There are basically 5 types of conditional statements. First is if, next is if else, next is if else if ladder, another is nested if, another is switch. These are very important in Java for whatever long code you are writing or even long to long, short to short. Every code will require the usage of all these conditional statements because without these, your program, how will they determine what to do? How they will determine next how they have to proceed. Okay. So first, let's discuss about if statement. It is used when we want to execute code only if the condition is true. If this condition is true, then the code written inside this block of curly braces will get executed. And if we have the condition that is not satisfying it, so nothing will happen. Okay. Now see this example. If age equals to 20, if int age equals to 20, like we had seen in VS Code, we were taking age as 17 and we were doing if else. There only if I show you this example, This is just if statement without else part. So here, if I give age as 20 and if I remove this else part, and if I then compile it or mm, see this mistake I want to show you here. While compiling, we have to give source code, and I was giving class file, so this will not get compiled. So you learn by performing these things only. Okay, you'll try debugging them later. See, why error is coming now? See, you can what is coming. And if the age becomes less than this, then nothing will get printed. Like for example, if we have age as 6 and we'll try to compile it first. Then if we run this, we see we didn't get any output this time because we had age less than 18 and we didn't have any code. So nothing will happen here, right? Okay, so now let's proceed with our PPT. Yeah. So now you can understand this slide yourself. Now, if else statement. If else statement is used if we want to write condition, if our condition is true, then also we have some code to execute. And if this is false, then also we want to execute something. Then we use if else statement like this example I have already shown you. So this is very easy. If your condition will be true, then your uh, code flow will go in this block. Otherwise, it will go in this block. And if you have multiple conditions with you, then you use this if else if ladder in which in within if you'll write first condition. For example, say this is false, then condition will get matched with this else if. Say this is also false, then this else part will get executed. Okay, and what if this condition 1 is true, then this if block will get executed. What if this first if is false but if else if is true, then this block will get executed. For example, you have a variable, say marks, assign some value 85 to it. Is 85 greater than equal to 90? No. So code will not go here. Is 85 greater than equals to 75? It is greater than, right? Greater than equal to means it will compare values 75 to whatever values it goes on. Okay. So it code flow will go here and you will get grade B as output. Is 85 greater than equal to 50? No. Yeah, it's equal to, but code will not go here because already it has found this um, else if block, and after this it will come out of all these things, right? Now nested if inside another if condition you have something, and inside this if you have another if statement, this is called nested if. For example, age is 25, has id is true. If age greater than equal to 18, then only you will check the voter id and you say entry allowed. Otherwise you can like this is nested if, otherwise nothing will happen. Okay. Now switch statement. This is really very important, and there is one thing called break statement inside this. That is also very important. So please listen it carefully. Switch statement is used when we compare one variable with many fixed values, right? It is the alternative of multiple if else sometimes. Okay. For example, if you look at the syntax here, what we have here is switch, then a variable, and we will match this variable with this value 1. If this variable matches with whatever the value we will be having in the code matches with this value 1, then we will execute this code and this break condition will take the control out of this code. Okay. For example, it didn't match with value 1, so it will compare with value 2, and it say it matched. Then this code part will get executed and then the flow will come out after this. But what if value 1 case is also not matching and value 2? If any of the case is not matching, then whatever you have written in the default case, that will get executed. This is the main role of switch statement. For example, we have a value 2 for a day integer. Okay. So you will match this day value. Is day value 1? No. So code will not go here. Is day value 2? Yes. So you will get Tuesday as output, and with this break statement, you will come out of the code. What if we have the day value as 7 here, right? So we don't have any case with 7, then this default value invalid day will get printed. Okay. If you want me to show this on editor also, I can, but that is waste of time because these are very easy concept. Until now, you are aware of that much coding with my videos that you can type them and execute them in VS Code and see them. Okay. I am focusing on teaching you, not creating long videos. It's just that I want you to tell the detailed explanation of everything, and I want you to be self aware of what you can do till now and what you can't. I'm not saying you to write a complete object oriented code. It's just basic, which you should write yourself now. What is the importance of break and switch? If you don't have a break, execution will get continued. For example, what if this day we had two, right? The same we had. I'll just erase this. Give me a moment. It's not getting. So ignore that. Just see. If you have that day, for example, here we have the day value as 2. We are comparing this 2 only. Okay. But after this 2, we don't have this break statement. So it will print Tuesday. Then it will go to, for example, we don't have break in any of the statement. Then it will go to next and it will print whatever else like Wednesday. Then it will go for all the cases and will print all the values, whatever it have until it will find a break statement or end of the loop indication. Okay. So this condition is also known as fail through, and it is a very important topic for interviews. So always before going to an interview, just go through this concept once. This is really very important. Now, common mistakes that students make is they use for comparing value is x equals to 10. This is assignment. This means you are assigning x a value of 10. This is not comparing. Comparing use double equals. So this is the biggest mistake what uh, students make. And another is forgetting braces when you are writing some condition. For example, if you are writing if condition and you started this block of code, but you forgot to end it with a colon. Okay. This curly brace, sorry, not semicolon. Also, another biggest mistake is forgetting break and switch, which causes unexpected output. Like I was showing you Tuesday, then Wednesday, everything will get printed, right? If you forget that break statement and fail through condition will happen. Now, super short revision is statement is just instructions in Java. Conditional statements can be we can say them as decision making, because if some part of condition, if this condition will be true, then only we will be sending our code flow to this part. Otherwise, it will not go through that part. This is what decision we are making, or we can say conditional statements are making. These five types of conditional statements we have seen: if else if, nested if, and switch. If only true block exists and nothing will happen if the condition is false. If else if it will have a true block as well as false block. If the condition is true, then it will go to true part, otherwise it will go to else part, right? Switch has fixed values and the default case is also there. If value doesn't match, we can give some default things. And break prevents fall through. This is very most important concept. Also use double equal to when you are writing conditions to compare value instead of using the assignment operator, because this is wrong. This is used to assign values, not for comparing. So one line definition for conditional statement is that they are used to execute code based on conditions in Java. So this was all about conditional statement. We'll see next topic in next video. That's all. Thanks. Bye bye.